Hey guys, I'm Erin, and today I'm going to talk to you about series I'm actually caught up on. This is a bit of a change of pace from the series videos I've been doing lately, where I talk about all of the series that I'm reading and I'm breaking them down by genre. I want to talk to you guys about the series that I'm actually caught up on, because there are some, and that's pretty impressive. There's actually 20 series that I'm caught up on, and these are series that I probably read this year. I haven't been tracking series from previous years. These are books that I read this year. So let's get started. First up is a bit of a detour for me. I mean, you're not going to see a lot of romance, contemporary fiction showing up in my list of series. And this one is Winter Street by Ellen Hildebrand. And it's a trilogy of family-based novels. And they're set in New England. I don't really know the New England that well. They're easy reads, but they deal with a lot of more difficult issues. There's divorce. There is one of the sons is deployed to Afghanistan. There's just a lot going on, and it's life, right? So it's really interesting. I have completed this series. There are 3 books. There will only ever be 3 books, and I've read all of them, so woohoo! The Hat Shop series of mysteries and the Library Lovers series of mysteries by Jen McKinley. The Hat Shop Mysteries is a 5-book series of cozy mysteries set in London in a hat shop. But she is actually an American who moved to London to take over her grandmother's or her aunt's store. I can't remember which it was. Grandmother's store. And she works with her cousin over there in Britain. And she's really well accepted by the British people, and partly because she spent a lot of time over there with her grandmother when she was younger. These are really well written. They're fun little series of cozy novels set in London. And the Library series is set again in the Northeast United States, and I don't know how many, I think there's 7 or 8 in the series currently, and it's a librarian solving mysteries, because that's what they do. Another cozy mystery series. The Aaron Tucker Mysteries, written by Jeffrey Cohen. Now, Jeffrey Cohen has a pen name, or is a pen name. I'm not sure which. He is also E.J. Copperman. Anyway, this is a 3-book cozy mystery series centered around a stay-at-home dad who's looking after his autistic son, or dealing with an autistic son, and just kind of the issues around that, but also he solves crimes in his spare time, because that's what we all do. Armand Gamache, which is, I've talked about recently, Glass Houses I just finished. I am totally up to date on this one. Armand Gamache, again, it's an ongoing series set in Three Pines, Quebec, Canada. And there's this overarching plot line across the 13 books in the series of corruption in the Sûreté du Québec, which is the provincial police service. And Armand is obviously, and his team are affected by this in all the books in various ways. The Cypress Cove Mysteries, these are cozy mysteries that I'm reading. There was 2 in the series. It's written by Carlene ONeill. I assume there will be more in the series, but I am not totally sure. They're cozy mysteries set in California wine country, so that's always fun. There are 21 series on this list, so I'm going to try to go through them fairly quickly, or you'll be here all night. Mercy Thompson and the Alpha and Omega series by Patricia Briggs. Werewolves and vampires in Washington State and in Montana. Mercy Thompson has 11 books, and Alpha and Omega, I didn't write down. I didn't go back and get this. I think there's like 4 or 5. Five books in the Alpha and Omega series, and it's just 2 branches of a werewolf family. And the Mercy Thompson series is set in Washington State, and Alpha and Omega is set in Montana. Sarah Booth Delaney by Carolyn Haynes. This is a 17-book series. I got started on it fairly late, and I spent last year catching up on it. So there's a down-on-her-luck socialite in Mississippi. She sets up shop as a private investigator with her best friend and various other characters, and there's so much hilarity in these books. This is complete comedy. The Domestic Diva series and Paws and Claws series. There are 2 cozy mystery series. One, the Domestic Diva series is based on an event planner in Virginia, and the other series, which is Paws and Claws, is based on a dog-centered tourist town and a pet-friendly inn in Virginia. So they're both set in Virginia. And I love that the name of the town in Paws and Claws is Wagtail, Virginia. Another pair of books by the same author. I have Juliet Blackwell, who writes the Haunted Home Renovation series and the Witchcraft mystery series. These are two paranormal cozy mystery series set in San Francisco. In the one, we have Mel Turner. This is the Haunted Home Renovation series. Mel Turner is responsible for, she runs a contracting company that restores historic homes in the San Francisco Bay Area, and has the ability to see ghosts and talk to ghosts. And then the other one is the Witchcraft series, which is Lily Ivory, has a secondhand store, a consignment store, where she sells clothing. And it tends to be vintage clothing, like the good vintage clothing. So in that case, she is a witch who can see things when she touches clothing. Anyway, when she touches the clothing, or the ghosts come, anyway. Yeah, so it's paranormal. I haven't read one of those in like a year, so I'm a little rusty on what that series is about. Next, I have Flavia Del Sol, which is a series written by Alan Bradley. Cozy mystery series set in the UK. Our main character, Flavia, is a child who solves mysteries. In a lot of cases, she creates her own mysteries to solve because, you know, she does. But she's like super precocious, and I put off reading this series for a long time because I thought she would annoy the ever-loving heck out of me. And she doesn't. The Magical Bakery series by Bailey Cates, yet another cozy mystery series. There are 7 books in the series, and it's a paranormal, obviously, it's a Magical Bakery. It's a paranormal cozy series about witches in Savannah, Georgia, but the main character uses spells on her baked goods. It doesn't sound quite as intrusive as I just made it sound, and that was really, yeah. Her Royal Spinous by Rhys Bowen. This is such a good series, you guys. It is set in the UK, typically Britain, Scotland, in the 1930s. And it's just an amazing, so much fun, cozy mystery series set around a distant member of the royal family. So she's like 35th in line for the throne. Nobody cares about her because she's like, pfft, she's never going to inherit that throne. To make matters worse, she's in her 20s and unmarried. So while her family has some wealth, and in Scotland they have a castle and property, her sister-in-law is very stingy and will not support our main character, Georgiana Rannoch. So Georgie has absolutely no support. She's not married, she's got no familial support, so she started acting as a private investigator. Cromartie Strike by Robert Galbraith. There are 3 books in this series. I've read all 3 of them. The basic gist of this: lonely PI in London hires an assistant or a receptionist from a temp agency. He's difficult to work for because, you know, he's that distracted guy that, yeah, he's just not an ideal employer, so he has trouble keeping receptionists, but this one stays. Robin, she stays, and they investigate crime. Rizzoli Isles. This is a series, I just got caught up on this one this week. Medical examiner and police detective solve crimes in Boston. Gentlemen Bastards by Scott Lynch. This is the series of books that starts with The Lies of Locke Lamora, and there are, I think, like 4 or 5 books in this series. I've read all of them. I'm waiting for the next one. Scott, write the next one. Seriously, write the next one. I love this series. It's an epic fantasy series. There's swords, there's bad guys, there's gold, there's pirates. I think there's pirates. Wasn't there a ship-based one? Anyway, it's awesome. Nursery Crime by Jasper Fforde. This is a book series that I think expected to have more books, and for some reason there has not been any more books in the series, but we've got Jack Sprat and Mary solving nursery rhyme crimes. And then finally we have the Dresden Files, which is one of my favorite series. This is by Jim Butcher, and I think I can sum it up as paranormal PI and wizard Harry Dresden solves mysteries, makes deals with mobsters and fae and other monsters, and tries to die in every book. So those are the 20 series that I am caught up on, that I have read this year, or should be reading this year. 21 series. I think there was 21 there. So yeah, there's, 21 out of 80-ish that have a problem. Anyway, do you guys if you're watching this, you probably like series. Are you reading any of these series? Do you like them? Do you think I'm mad for having actually got caught up on all of these ridiculously long series? Let me know in the comments down below. Or, as always, let me know if there's more series that I should be reading, because, I'm caught up on all of these, so I've got space. I can start new series, right? I'll talk to you later. Bye!